Hey, Jerry.
I'm watching you hit all the wrong buttons. It was great.
It's not great. Well, great.
Did you hit record? I hit record. Did you hit record?
No.
Oh,
No.
I hit record.
I'll hit record.
There. Was great.
Damn. I actually got to delete a couple things from my C drive too. I only have 30 gigs of free space right now.
That ain't gonna cut it. We're gonna get.
Ain't gonna cut it. Ain't gonna cut it.
No, man. What's up, Jojo and Kai and Gavman and Nibs and Dave, Estelle, Stinchwafter? What's up, guys? Good to see you out here, Virus. Tara Oz in the house. Brennan. You guys have been hanging early, man. Early girl.
You know, happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. Right. It's Friday, dude. I'm so stoked about that.
You didn't know it's
work
Friday?
all weekend. No, man. I never know what day it is. Especially when going to Vegas and then traveling and working, and I'm gonna work all weekend anyhow. So it's just kind of like it's all the same to me. So
yeah, last week was a bit of a ride, bit of a fun time.
That was a lot of fun, man. Saw a lot of stuff and met a lot of peeps. And yeah, dude, I felt like overall building things up. That was good, man. It was great to see so many people from the community out there, man. Get to hang out with guys like Dude Mambro and Pigeon Farm Boy, and to finally meet Carrots and Lux, man. That was dope. And Brian, that was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, man. It was super cool. Like Blake actually flew in. Blake from One More Bowl flew into Santa Ana, which is like 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
And we all drove to Vegas together. So me and Mines and Brian, I picked up Mines and I picked up Blake at the airport, and then we picked up Brian, and we all drove over there together. It was a hell of a road trip, man. It was a fun time.
That was a lot of fun, man. Blake was a blast, man. Mines was a lot of fun. He brought tons of good stuff with him, man. It was the whole crew was just dope, man. It was awesome. Judy was out there. That was fun. So
yeah, Judy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we had three of the V rods going with their B rods, I guess technically from Cannabis Hardware.
Yeah. Right.
Man, it was some pretty epic sessions going.
Yeah, man. And I brought my Verdamper heater, but you didn't get to hit it. So
isn't that ridiculous?
That's still on the list, man. We didn't get to check that box.
All of that energy and efforts and all those vapes. I didn't hit the Verdamper. I had the Musa in my room for 3 days and I never hit it.
I never hit it either. I wanted to hit that. What the fuck?
I was pretty damn excited to hit that Musa, and then once things happen, you know, like Dynavap George was in my room, session on my couch. You know, like those things get chaotic and exciting. And yeah, I forgot to hit the Musa. I failed to hit. We were supposed to hit the Verdamper the Saturday or Friday of the last day, but that last day was just so hectic with our bathtub stream and all of that.
Yep. No, it was there are always good reasons, and it's funny, man. I go to champs with maybe so many plans, and I'm lucky if 30% of them actually pan out. The rest of them either get twisted or changed or replaced. You definitely, if you can't go with the flow, you're gonna have a hard time there, man. You can't go there and just have it your way.
Yeah, I was cool with not going to the show the last day. I was cool with missing things. Like I've learned to go with the flow and not suffer from FOMO at that show, because there's always something going on.
Mm-hmm. Always, every day. Yeah, pretty fun though, man. That was good, man. Chong was in the house. Tyson was in the house.
Yeah,
I didn't hang with them, but they were there.
Right. We got Tommy Chong's autograph, or at least had Tommy Chong's autograph.
Yeah, at least you had. I can't believe that, man.
Yeah,
dude.
It's gone now, but it's okay.
We do need a dab, man. I've got all this glorious goodness that you blessed me with, man. It is great.
Hey, glad you're making use of everything.
Are you kidding me, man? That's all I got. I love it. We're throwing diamonds in this sauce. It's gonna be yummy. It's fucking great.
I got water in my banger right now, so I'm gonna boil this water out before I do my dab.
Right. Dude, why don't you do that, and I'll real quick tell them about what Austin's doing, man.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and make your sponsor
Yeah.
announcements.
Well, Austin is you guys remember how he kind of one of the first products that he had that was really a serious game changer is the titanium vortex with the teardrop airport and the intercooler. He sells these without the tipping cap. They've been out of stock for like months, and now he's got them back in stock, and he's selling them for $100. They used to be like, I don't know, 150, 140, whatever it was, ridiculous. So you can get the classic Vortex XL with intercooler for $100 for $99 on his site, and so that means for $50, 150, you'll have a full set with a tipping cap. If you get a tipping cap, you can get that for 50 in several places. So anyhow, that's a killer deal. And then when I got back, I got this thing, but you'd already had it. Stash has got this little the Ignite Mini. Yeah, and you were using it all week, right?
Yeah, I actually took mine to Vegas with me and was using it in Vegas for like when I needed to clean my Rio banger, or if I wanted to do like an assisted Rio dab, which I've been doing for a couple weeks now here on the show, right? The assisted Rio dabs.
Those are crazy.
I really like them, which is what I'm doing now.
I'm gonna load up a regular. I actually already did load up a regular. How you guys doing in the chat, man? You guys ready to stash Rio with us, man? Bang it up.
I'm ready.
Who's hitting it?
Man, Stash Rio had some cool shit at the show, Jerry. I don't know.
Dude, you ain't kidding. I can't wait for it.
I don't think we talked about it last week, and we don't have the footage to show this week. But man, they had some pretty cool little gizmos.
Yeah,
cool little gizmos. It's cool to see.
I'm
the
not
future.
sure.
Oh, we can't talk about them.
I don't know. Like, I mean, that box that he pulled out. I don't know if that was just show off or like it's not products that he has yet, right? So, what was your understanding? Can we talk about that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we got video of it. Of course, we didn't really ask if we can get video of it. We just like went there.
I love that about Rod, man. He's so cool. You can just chill with him and do whatever. He's dope, man. Rod's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, Rod's the shit, man. He's got so much passion and so much like mental creativity and energy. Yeah. Like he just cuts through the bullshit and does things.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what I do, Jerry. I load my dab in there like normal. And then with the Rio, so I click it to go, and then I grab the mini and I go all the way to the one side and then all the way back. And then I put the mini down and I turn the Rio off and my dab is ready. Cheers.
No shit. All right. See if I can pull that off. Without burning myself, anyhow. I don't think it's quite ready yet.
Slamming salmon. Whew. I'm really surprised that this little torch is only $20. This is really good value for $20, man. It's kind of the same as the Rio makeover torch. So it's a single flame, medium width. It's not like Blazer Big Shot big, but it's also not Dynavap small. So it's too big for a Dynavap, big enough for a banger on a mini level. You know, like don't expect to heat your entire banger with one flame with this torch. It's small enough to have to rotate it, but it's not so small that you're gonna hotspot little torch pockets. You know, it's functional. It's a functional mini. What do you think, Jerry?
Is it just me, or is that first couple of hits tastier with the assist?
Yeah, because you get the heat on the way outside, man. You get a lot more heat in that banger.
Yeah, like I I've hit this extract for a good several days, and that was the best taste of any of them that I got. That was really good, man. So you get that. That's just a better taste. Way to go, eh?
Better taste, more intensity. Good times.
Huh. I guess it lets you do a thicker, lower temp dab somehow, huh? By getting the heat all over there quicker.
Yeah.
Does that kind of make sense? Because it didn't hurt. wasn't too thick. It just tasted great.
Yeah. You get a little
Fucking dig that.
A little extra finger in your slap.
Little extra finger in your slap. I like that. Extra finger in your slap.
Maybe some palm. Sometimes you get some palm in the slap. Have you seen these slap competitions where the two dudes or the two ladies face up, they square up like by a barrel, and they just like keep slapping each other?
No, I want to see it. Sounds great.
Oh my god, it's like the latest craze in sports.
So they take turns slapping, huh?
Yeah, it's like a slap competition. So the person being slapped, they can't wince when they're getting slapped. And then the person slapping has to like have a slap. They can't box the ear, they can't box the neck, they can't palm the face. They have to like, and then they also can't like step through it. They have to it has to just be like a hand slap. Otherwise, and if they fuck up the rule, then the other person gets like a free slap. And yeah, it's kind of fun to watch, man.
No shit, I gotta check that out. What is that? Is that like on a ESPN kind of thing?
I think
right after the cheerleading competition.
Probably. I think it probably came out of Russia or some shit like that, or Texas. But when you search YouTube for it, a bunch of the videos you find will be like that Penguin Z dude, with a really low voice, which is like, and he just like watches 2 seconds of a video and then we'll pause it and make some jokes, and then watch 5 more seconds of the video and then pause it and make some jokes. So right. a lot of the slapping videos are that dudes. But if you look hard, you can find.
I gotta look hard for it. That's great. I used to play like the pain game, where you just basically that's what we called it, where your hand and my hand, we'd interlock fingers like this, and then basically you'd take turns. You'd get to take your own fingers and squeeze them so that both hands hurt like hell. And you were in control of how hard it squeezed, and the hope was that you would get the other person to tap out before you, and then they get a chance to squeeze and see who could tap out. And that was the kind of fucked up shit we did.
Huh? I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, me neither. Every time I tell somebody, they go, "What?" We had a name for it and everything, and nobody else I know ever heard of it before. Man, never fucked with it or anything. I'm like, okay, whatever, man.
When I was a programmer at the .com, we had this game where everyone grabbed this little metal thing, and there was like a button on it, and there was some type of game where you had to hit the button at the right timer or whatever. And if you fuck up, if you miss it when you're supposed to hit it, or if you hit it when you're not supposed to hit it, it shocks you.
That sounds like fun.
And we used to play that as like a drinking game. So every time you get shocked, you also have to drink. And oh god, we should bring something like that to Vegas and make it a smoking game, a dab game.
Yeah,
every time you get shocked, you got a dab.
Oh my gosh,
right
now we're just getting fucked up. I love it.
Well,
it's fucking crazy.
Speaking of getting fucked up, that 1,000 milligrams didn't do much to you, did it?
I think it was about 700 or 800 to be fair. Okay. And it didn't do much to me. It did do a couple things to me, but it was very short-lived, which is kind of my experiences these days with pretty much everything. But I did get some I was definitely a little loopy there, a little a little anxious at times, not so confident, but had a great time anyhow. You can have a great time side by side with the anxiety. It's kind of weird that way sometimes when you get high. It was kind of like that.
That's just
gave away a vape.
I'm
I was able to do that. Yeah. So I was able to do a little work, get online, give away a vape. That worked. I didn't break that. What the fuck, man? You know.
Nice.
So yeah, but I need to do more than, I guess. Like, what's the most you've done? Is 1,000 the most you've put down?
I think 1,200 was the most I've done.
And what did that do to you? What happened?
It was like a 12-hour annihilation type of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I was pretty loop. I wasn't on a Troy and Jerry episode. Didn't we record it, or am I mistaken? Was that a one more?
Not the 12. I think we did the 1,000.
Okay.
The first time we did was like 600, and then it was like you did 1,000, and then anything else was probably on some other side quest.
Okay. Maybe the 1,200 was in a one more bowl thing or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe. Probably.
Yeah, I've had a few bottles that were 1,200, and I know I did one of them all at once, and it was
oh, nice. That took a toll, eh?
But it fucked me up for like a week, though. You know, like it messed my tolerance up in a way. Like,
oh, that kind of fucked you up.
Yeah, kind of how Vegas is. You know, like
yeah,
first couple days back from Vegas, it's like, man, you need to sit down and smoke like 5 bowls to catch a buzz.
That's funny. I actually, I think I did more when I got back because I didn't break out the Verdamper much there. I really only broke it out one night, and then the rest of the time I was just kind of riding whatever. Whereas here, it's kind of like a Verdamp scene now. Like, I mean, I use the Verdamper almost like I used the Herborizer back in the day. So it's become my nightly driver. It drives me to bed. It's great.
Nice.
Last night it did a very good job with the crew there, man. After about 3 bowls in the Discord with that thing, I was out.
I saw that. We had the Verdamper out last night.
Yeah, that took a toll. It was good though. That was good. So I get the feeling this is going to be one of those shows where we get a lot of comments saying, "Yo, give me a link to where they actually started talking about the shit." Because we're 25 minutes in. And
yeah, we're 25 minutes in. Let's start talking about it.
All right.
I was gonna have a Dynavat bowl, but we can have a Dynavat bowl later.
You're gonna bring out a Dynavat, huh? Right on.
Well, all right, though. So wait, let me bring up the format. Make sure I don't miss the notes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Everyone doing good in the chat? Is everyone
what's going on out there?
Is everyone tuned in to hear about the
Ira says he remembers you having a bit on the One More Bowl show, so he thinks you did it over there, the 1,200. Something like that. But, okay. Yeah, definitely. Anyhow, we got that rolling.
Neither of them can find the DaVinci vape. No, they're both. I grabbed all of my DaVinci vapes and grabbed them for my desk today. So, with the format of the show here, so the IQC is the latest one. It came out what, 2 weeks ago, Jerry?
Yeah, that sounds about right. You should be able from DaVinci. You should be able to get it from most retailers probably next week sometime. But it's available at DaVinci now.
The original IQ is this guy right here, and the IQC is the latest. It's the same size. It's the same size and the same shape and the same basic innards, right? Like, so you got the removable 18650 battery, you got a black ceramic zirconia flavor chamber, and then on the bottom you got the bowl with like a black ceramic zirconia pearl, which this pearl can be adjusted. You can thread it down a little bit to make the bowl a little bit smaller, but it's a conduction vape. It's a basic conduction vape with a removable 18650 battery. When it falls down on your desk, it makes that loud ass sound. They changed it to USB-C, which is cool because the previous ones were micro USB. The interface, 5 clicks. Did you notice that they made the little vibration thing less aggressive, Jerry? Like the original IQ was kind of had an aggressive vibe to it, and then the new IQC is a little little more soft. It's a little more friendly.
I did play with mine after you mentioned that, and I noticed they were different. I don't remember when they softened it. I'd probably have to look at them again, but yeah, I like the C. It seems like in every way, like yeah, like let me do a little here too and see what I can come up with. Let's see how the lighting is here. I like to maybe mess with my lighting. I got a lot going on here.
Left-handed.
What's that?
I'm learning to mouse left-handed now.
Oh, nice. There you go. Yeah, I don't like that light. I'll take that off.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like one of those iPad games where you're trying to find shit in the dark and you're just like shining the spotlight around.
Exactly. Yeah, so like you said, the IQ right here, and then the IQ2 is a little bit bigger. Just basically, they said like 9% bigger, which means they were all new molds. It wasn't just a cash grab. And then the IQC is the same size as the IQ2, but the same price as the old IQ. They basically brought in all of the improvements that they made to the IQ2 in terms of internally. They brought those over to the IQC, so you get all the benefits of the tech you don't see on the 2. You get that in the C, but for the price of the old IQ. The changes really are more in the doors. If you're going from the 2 to the C, I mean the original IQ and the 2 have the metal doors. This has the antimicrobial polymer door and the silicone lid, and then the same with the door on the bottom. So far, I don't really have any complaint about the doors. It's kind of like up to you if you like the look or not. The first person on my style council I showed this to, all of them liked the black accented doors a little better. So it's just kind of that's going to be a personal thing there. But the fact that it's got C on it really sets it apart almost in a different way, Troy. It's not like, I mean, it doesn't have the air dial. The 2 has this air dial, but what the IQC has is airflow that's even slightly better than the IQ2 wide open. So the C has the best charger, the most open airflow, and all of the internal goodies of this one. The one thing it doesn't have is dosage control. So if that was something you were sold on with the 2, you're going to miss out on that. But otherwise, man, this feels like the one that this feels like the one to get almost. You know what I mean? So
I didn't even notice that the IQC has more open than the widest IQ2.
Yours does too, right?
Yeah.
You got them both empty. Yeah, I compared all 3 empty, and the IQ was incredibly tight empty compared to the others.
No,
the IQ2 was,
of course, it's not empty,
open, but oh yeah, get them empty and compare, because I'd like to know if I went to visit the guys at DaVinci on Tuesday. I stayed a couple of days extra, and I was out there, and so I stopped by the headquarters and hung out. And one of them agreed as well. Not one of the engineers, just one of the guys who works there and who noticed on his own. So he noticed. I confirmed it in my tests, and what I found was that the IQC, no, I'm sorry, the IQ2, if you close the air dial all the way up, was similar to the original IQ. And then if you opened it all the way up, was similar to the IQC. But the C was just a little more open. And it was close, but a little more open. It's all up for debate. So I kind of like that, man. I'm like, dang, the C is really going to turn into the one that I think this is going to be the one that most people are going to want at the end of the day. I think they're going to get over the metal doors. And if they want to get the ceramic parts instead of the silicone, they're cheap. You showed that when you did your stream that time. That I mean,
like $10
parts are. Yeah. So if you want ceramic, $10, I'd rather do that than spend an extra 70 in the beginning. You know what I mean? So, and so far I like these. I don't have any problem with these silicone things. Side by side, I think you notice a difference, and I'll have to try that as well. I haven't had a chance, but on its own, I don't think it's a big deal. The one thing I do like is that's not an air dial. It's just their logo, but it's also colored the same as the color of the vape. So it's really is dope and kind of stands out. Troy's is green. The one that's really cool is actually, let me show you this. You can see everything that comes with here, because let me do my unboxing or some shit like that. Troy, let's do that here. And I'll switch over to this one. So anyhow, This is the red IQC. That's dope. You're gonna love this. And when you get it out the box, basically gonna open it up, and there it is, and it's gorgeous.
That is a gorgeous color,
right? It's like sneaker red, man. It's fucking dope. And I love the dial. Look at that. Well, it's not a dial, but the logo. Look at this one, Troy. That whole red thing going on there.
yeah, those
it
red
really stands out. It stands out awesome. And then you pull the foam out here. You got a couple of boxes. This one says a 10 millimeter water tool adapter and a pick tool, which basically means it has this in it, because out in the box is the flat mouthpiece. So it has this 10 millimeter mouthpiece in here, as well as the pick tool, which is underneath the mouthpiece. This stir tool that's in the DaVinci IQC, there's an extra one that comes with in the box. So you got the extra mouthpiece that's different. The extra pick tool is the same. And then in here we've got the other junk, the cleaning brush, the alcohol wipes, and a USB-C charging cable. Probably got some stickers and shit in here. Yeah. So there's your cable, there's your brush, here's your wipes, some instructions, some stickers, registration card, all little paper stuff. So anyhow,
a lot of stuff. I like that they include stickers. They include an extra stir stick, which is cool. Because if you lose that stir stick, you're going to be sad. And it's
and
nice
pay more than you want to for it.
Right.
They're never what they should be, right, Troy? They're always like, $7-8 or some shit.
Does that one, did it come with a keychain or just an extra stir stick?
No keychain in the package. It came with a brush, but not a keychain.
I know the IQ2 comes with a keychain, doesn't it? Like the keychain with the extra stir stick in it.
I believe so. It's
or maybe the IQ did.
One of those did. That was pretty cool too. Little keychain with a shoot. I got lots of stir ticks, but no keychains in here. It must be somewhere else. Yeah.
There's some questions in the chat if the IQC still has the Satan's anus, which is one of the hot topics about the IQ. It does. It does, and it's actually the video that I reloaded on my YouTube channel here last night. Today is the how to clean the Satan's anus. The Satan's anus. I know you're familiar with it, Jerry. So with the design of the IQ, with like the way this body is built, the bowl is here, and I don't know if you can see here, but when like light shines through the bottom of the bowl, the bowl connects with where the flavor chamber goes in, and then the vapor goes through the bowl, around and through the flavor chamber at the same time, and then through the mouthpiece. So the flavor chamber cools the vapor and smooths it out, but there's an anus in there. There's like a little grommet that connects the bottom of the bowl to the nipple of the flavor chamber, and that's an area where reclaim and gross things tend to collect. And because it's in the middle of a vaporizer, it's hard to clean it with Q-tips. That's why it's referred to as Satan's anus, because it's the devil. And just to give an example of the type of crud that's in there, like from the bottom of my it's not pushed in. Never mind.
Oh shit.
It was all goopy. Let me see if I can push it out now. Anyway, it's like tar. There's like tar on the bottom.
Black.
Yeah, it's black. It's beyond reclaim. It's like it's technically like a reclaim, but it just gets pretty nasty, and it gets eventually it'll make it so your flavor chamber is hard to get out of the device, and it'll fuck with your flavor a little bit.
Bad flavor chamber,
yeah. Bad
funky flavor chamber.
Bad anus.
Yeah, so that thing is still there, although it's been aligned a little better. So that the ledge up in there isn't really a ledge like it used to be. It's more like the upper around the silicone. The original IQ, there was a literal ledge up there. Like there was a hole,
and then there was a lip that you couldn't access.
Yeah,
like you'd have to like have a J-shaped hook to scrape around in there. with
It's
the
all
old
fucked
one.
up.
The new one, yeah, the new one's better. But DaVinci actually taught me a trick. Like when I was there, when I was at their headquarters,
What'd they say?
their lead tech, I can't remember his name now. He showed me the trick where you can put your finger in the hole, and then spritz some alcohol in there, and then plug the other hole and shake it because of the way the DaVinci is designed with its metal. Like there's actually a metal divider in the middle that separates all the electronics from the vapor path, so liquid can't get across unless it gets across from like the top connection or something's loose with the bottom connection. So if you plug those holes, you can run alcohol through the bowl, through the flavor chamber, through the Satan's anus without having to worry about fucking up your electronics.
That's pretty dope.
Let me show you a little clip of my video, which is on my YouTube channel, Short Time 420.
Sweet.
This is where the fun part begins. So with your smallest finger, mine is my pinky. The bowl is a little bit hot. Don't do it with a hot bowl. Well, if you have a little cork or something, you can use a little cork. If you have a cork that'll fit in there. Fucking hell, I do. I have a little cork. This little cork came from my sticky brick. I believe it's from the Hydro Brick Max. Fits in there perfectly. Clogs the bowl, so now no alcohol will leak out. I'm just gonna take this alcohol into the flavor chamber hole, or where the flavor chamber would go. Just a couple squirts, not a lot, just a couple. And then with whatever finger fits in this hole, which is also your pinky, see I got both holes plugged. I'm shaking. So the gap between the bottom of that bowl and where the little flavor chamber is, there's a little silicone grommet. That little grommet just gets caked with reclaim and tar and whatever the things that happen in that spot. And eventually it builds up and it gets kind of stinky and sticky, and you can actually taste it. So if you vape so many bowls in your DaVinci IQ that you load nice fresh green and it still kind of smells and tastes like a spent bowl, even if it's not a spent bowl, chances are that this little grommet section, the Satan's anus, as people call it, of the DaVinci IQ, is clogged and filled with the nasty, and it's time to do some maintenance on it. I tend to do this about every 6 or 8 months, maybe every year. Yeah, Jerry, like those moves?
I love those moves, man. That was awesome. Don't do it when it's hot, folks.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh man, now I gotta fucking. There we go.
So anyhow, that worked and got it all so where you could Q-tip it out, right?
Yeah, and it ends up taking about like 10 Q-tips still, but compared to not doing that method, you'll go through like 50 Q-tips trying to get that anus clean.
Right.
But I don't think
so. On the newer ones, it'll still be the same method, but it'll be even fewer Q-tips, I suppose.
Yeah, and if you do it more frequently, you won't have to spend as much effort doing it. True. Like if you just like kind of rinse that anus out once every month or every 2 months or whatever, like I imagine it would be a lot easier than suddenly like, oh god, my vape tastes bad, I gotta keep cleaning this thing until it stops tasting bad, because then you've let that filth cake up and fester in there and work its way into all those crevices, and it's seasoned, like keep it clean sooner and it'll be easier overall.
Yes, more frequent cleaning is good for sure, and especially with a vape like this one. So I'm gonna pack up my my Blue C right now and get going on it. But do you want to show off some accessories too, real quick? I mean, we got some accessories to show.
Yeah, man. Do you have the bowl spacers? Do you ever use those?
Yeah, I do have them, and I've used them once or twice, but I usually don't pack a partial bowl in this thing, so it's not something I'm going to use much.
Yeah, it's not necessarily something that's in my most reached for accessories, but I would actually recommend them for a lot of people. because
Yeah.
the IQ bowl is kind of big. Like you end up packing 0.3 or so in there. At least I do. And if you're trying to microdose, or if you're trying to use during the day, 0.3 might be a lot. Might get you a little more stoned than beyond medicated, or at least me. Like with my, I blew ABV in my eye earlier, and it's still there.
Ouch. Ouch. Here, I'll pack a bowl, but also kind of show these things that we're talking about here real quick.
You want to pack a bowl and show us your brilliant cut setup and what the
That
DaVinci
is
IQ looks like?
exactly what I want to do, man. So let's see here. If I pop this down, turn that on, and switch this over. Let's see how this one does. There. So this will be kind of how you see me now. That's much better. So anyhow, here's my blue one. Got the 10 millimeter mouthpiece on here. There's the blue highlights, like I was mentioning, and here's the red one. Oh, it's so pretty. I dig the red, dude. I'm sorry. I'm a geek for the red.
Dude, it's nice. I green's my favorite color, so I'm really happy that I got the green one. But the red is fucking sexy.
Yeah, man. So that's where you pack the bowl. I love the loading dock that they made. This is just the coolest thing ever, and it's the perfect slopey. The pearl here extends. You twist it. I gotta get in the right place here. You twist it counterclockwise, and it pushes out and extends out so that it takes up more space in the oven. The thread on this one is way better than the original IQ. It's more like the IQ2. It's probably the same as that. This looks the same as the IQ2, but there's no air dial. It's just the same. It's got great airflow though. So anyhow, then to load it up. Well, first of all, if you didn't want to use this as your spacer, what Troy was talking about is they have these spacers as well, 2 different sizes. They're the same zirconia ceramic that's nice. They both fit in here perfectly. And were I going to use these spacers, I would put them on top of the load, try to get the load down in the bottom and get a better cook.
Absolutely.
Cooks up here at the top.
Absolutely.
And
that's
then,
the better way to do it.
Yeah. And then the other thing they got is these dosing capsules here. They come in these little holders so that you can actually hold them and not, put them in your pocket and let them roll around. The capsule itself is ceramic, and the lid kind of does a little, not even a quarter turn, like a 1/6 turn, and comes off. So it doesn't really hold on real well. It's kind of loose and can fall off. But then that's where your herbs go. The dry herbs are going to go in there.
Jerry, do you have one of these things?
Yeah, that's coming.
Oh, okay. Where it holds the 6 of them. That's my favorite.
Yeah, those are these. But this thing here, they also sell little ceramic discs for extract and little cotton pads for extract that you can put on there. Not my favorite way to go. I'm not a huge fan of these things, but again, I like it bigger, so that's my problem. Troy was talking about these things here, which are dope. They look like little IQ. They're even smaller than the Micro, so you'll tell the size difference. But basically, they hold 6 of these things. Now you're going to see what I'm talking about with these lids, because I'm going to lose some lids here probably. See how the lid came off of that? But it holds. Yeah. So it can hold those. You could put it in the other way, so the lids are on the inside, I suppose then, but maybe the lid will get stuck. What I have here is I prefer if I'm going to really travel, they make stainless steel ones too. And the stainless steel ones look just like the ones for like the Fury or the POTV as far as their design, and they screw on. And I'm probably going to roll with these if I'm using dose capsules.
Yeah, those look better. I like those. That's a sexy accessory.
That's pretty dope, man. Run around with that and this at the same time, just in your pocket, ready to roll.
And pop one in and out. It has that nice little snap when it goes in too.
Yeah,
like some magnets in there.
It feels dope, dude. It feels
magnets. Dope. Fucking magnets.
This thing, man. This shit's like an herb magnet. The way it just falls right into the bowl. I love the design on this thing. Is dope with the loading dock.
Oh yeah, and you're loading it from your brilliant cut grinder. one of
No
our
ways.
show sponsors, Brilliant Cut Grinder. You want to
Nice.
show off your Brilliant Cut? I only see the bottom.
Yeah, I'll show this puppy off. It's great. Let me just pack a little more than I should in here, though, because it's a conduction vape. Let's beat it up.
Yeah, you're doing like 0.3. What are you doing in there? A little more?
I don't know. I'm just cramming it in, man. I'm going to town. We're gonna have some fun.
Using your
But yeah.
fingers? No using a scoop?
Nah, man. I'm just going right to it with the Brilliant Cut and my fingers. I love this one, man. It's my medium grind plate, the one I use the most.
It's filthy. Just
right?
Still grind like butter?
Always, dude. In fact, check this out. I have on the desk as well the Slicks grinder that I got at Champs to try out, and I haven't started using it yet. But it's funny. I put it together, and can you hear that?
Yeah, it feels like an industrial grade, like.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I'm gonna give it a run and see how it goes. But even after ounces, this motherfucker is
like
just
butter.
like butter, man. It's like I'm going, and you can't feel it or hear it. It's this, I just don't. It's the kind of grinder where I almost wonder why anyone else even tries. They've just done such an amazing job.
I know. It's
fucking crazy.
The SLX is a wonderful grinder. I like the grind consistency, but yeah, like I hate the way it feels, and I hate the weed well. Like it's like angled. Like I always like spill weed out of the SLX.
Oh, is that right? I'll let you know when I get into it, but I haven't even tried it yet. I got to get that going, man. I usually start off with Smart Path 3 here. I like their Smart Paths. I haven't had any luck connecting this to the app yet. So far, when I connect it to the app on Android, it'll do it automatically and work, but it doesn't let me save any of or alter or save any of the profiles yet. So I'm still waiting for that shit to work out. And I know it will, and I know it does, but I haven't been able to make it work yet. I've tried it 2 or 3 times. There's something where you hard reset this and pull out the battery and reset it, and I did that. And then it connected fine, but it didn't let me name it so that I could pull it up and save profiles. It would just connect, sort of like a generic connect, if that makes sense. So I'm still working on that. But dude, this thing is tight, man, tight. I do like it. These are the ceramic parts that you can buy instead. Oh, I'm up this camera now. You're gonna what?
I'm gonna vape some gelato in the IQC.
Nice.
Gelato bowl packs. I realized that I've been vaping the Blueberry Kush like nonstop for a couple months now.
Building up that tolerance.
Yeah. So yeah, trying to find some different strains to vape. And I'm actually gonna hit it at a lower temp as well. So what temp are you hitting, Jerry?
I'm on Smart Path 3, so I think that starts out at 390 to 410.
I'm going to try 355. I'm going to see what 355 does today in the IQC.
Far out, baby. I want to hear about that. This is my...
what's this?
This is my Blueberry Kush straight from 420 Vape Zone Farms. Fucking glare on this thing's driving me crazy. I'm trying to show you this shit without a glare. There we go. There's my boy.
Man.
Anyhow, there's the goodies. That's all I have left now.
So fancy.
Yeah, I love it. Packaging's dope. Way to go, man. I love it, man. Thanks.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you got to try it. I'm glad we end up in a situation where I could drive my weed to Vegas and let other people explore their weed usage. I'm just happy people didn't have to go to Vegas dispensaries and buy shitty weed. Like I didn't want all my friends and all the people from the community going to Vegas and having to go to a dispensary and spend $50 and get home and get some dry ass shitty eighth, you know?
Yeah. I've had that happen plenty, man. I get you. It was real good, man. I appreciate it. Still is good. I'm having a good time with that stuff.
Having a good time. I still have ABV in my eye. I'm gonna have to go get some eye drops here in a minute.
All right. Do you want to grab that, and I'll talk about the lineup here just real quick? We didn't talk about the micro at all. We just kind of showed the rest of them. So.
We didn't, but I'd like to do a comparison on the micro, like to see how it compares. Like I want to force myself to vape another bowl with it, and see if we
Is
can.
your battery charged in the micro? I haven't bothered to.
I charged it. I charged it for today. I was a professional.
Fuck, man.
You didn't do it. You didn't charge yours.
No, I don't use the micro, man. I know I don't want to use the micro.
You saw the show outline, right?
Did it say I was going to use the thing? Hang on, let me see. What the fuck are you doing over here? You see what this battery runs in it.
Listen to this guy. Listen to this guy.
This guy, man, such an amateur.
I'm going up to 360.
Actually, that battery's at 80%. So when we're ready to do micros, I'll pull it down and roll. So
ta-da. I'm gonna bump my IQC to 366.
all right.
Can the eyeball membrane absorb THC?
I don't see why not. I don't know if it's going to absorb any from your ABV, but I think if you, what's going on outside, man?
I don't know.
Some hazmat shit going on.
I think somebody abandoned a car on my street, and now somebody's trying to get rid of it.
Right on.
That's noisy, isn't it? You can hear it.
Barely. I noticed it because you were noticing it. I don't hear it anymore. So nah. But yeah, so now their lineup is pretty much the micro, the IQC, and the IQ2, isn't it? It's pretty much
That's a cute little purple micro. So the micro is $100, right?
Yeah, 100 to 120, depending on where you go. Yeah, $100. I think you can get it on DaVinci's site, right? That's the price I'm talking about too. And then the C is going to be 230 or 229, and the 2 is 295. And the 2 is the one with is it brushed aluminum, whereas the micro and the C are the anodized, along with these are all like the original IQs, so these are all the same kind of feel.
Yeah. Hey, have you done a side-by-side comparison with the IQC's silicone plastic mouthpiece versus the ceramic zirconia?
I think I did. Because I sort of remember doing it, and I remember telling myself, I remember thinking, I don't notice the difference as much. And I remember you did, and we've talked before about you have a much better sense of taste than I do, and yours is kind of even heightened in some areas. So
okay,
I didn't find it as noticeable. I'm not sure. I want to do it again to confirm, but this is just from I thought I hadn't until you asked, and then I was like, oh yeah, I did do that. I did them, and I remember thinking, oh yeah, I didn't notice it. So I mean, I tried to notice it, but it didn't come out that way for me. I think the ceramic one might have been a little cooler, but I want to go back and check all that shit. So.
Okay.
Did you do it a bunch of times, or just kind of once or twice, or what'd you do to kind of?
I did a hot swap and could feel like I could taste the difference, like in just in the terps of the hit, and then I swapped back and forth a couple times because it's the same fitting. You can just have them both right there.
So yeah, I just put the ceramic in. I could swap them out like that, hit to hit. Yeah. My airflow feels like more in the ceramic.
Yeah.
That doesn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wigging out here. I don't know.
It's a pretty good device, Jerry. Like it's for a small device. Like when I think of if I only had one device, and like I know now, like if I only had one, it'd probably be like the SSV43 or the Hot Rod or the V Rod or the something that can crush me, annihilate me, no matter what my tolerance is. But for a lot of people, they're not in that boat. They're not in that scenario. They just want to consume a little cannabis on the weekends or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they don't want to smoke. I think these portable devices like this are perfect for casual to even daily medicinal use.
I agree. I mean, every time you and I break these out, we're hit with the
Superstone.
Yeah, like the couch locky shit. So I mean, there's something there for sure, man.
Yeah, some conduction does something that's different than what the rest of the vapes typically do, you know?
I was using the wrong one. So no, it didn't have a good seal. It's not better airflow. It's the same when you get the seal correct.
Okay. It's not the same rubber trim.
Yeah, I think I was using the one from the original IQ. Maybe it's got a little lip on it that the others don't. So
Okay.
yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, this is always fun going back and forth like this.
Making me sneeze. It's making me sneeze.
Getting in your nose?
Yeah, I'm gonna max temp it. I put it to 430. It does get me a little more stony than typical.
Especially when you do 2 or 3 bowls. Like for you and me, 2 or 3 full on these, that'll put a hurting on a wakey.
Right? Yeah, you can't. I can't. I wouldn't be able to do this as a wake and bake. Like if I woke up and I'm like, yeah, right, let's crush it today. Let's start with a bowl, and I grab my DaVinci IQ and crank it up to 430. I'm gonna be sleeping by noon, I would say.
Yeah, easily at that high temp. All right, I'm going to start over with a new bowl to compare these two mouthpieces here. And then do you want to break out the micro? Because we're going to compare them bad boys.
Yeah, you're not going to vape a bowl in the micro? Oh, you said yours is charged.
I will. No, I can go grab it and do it. I'll just do them all at the same time. I'll fuck with mouthpieces and micros and all. I'll just go fucking super test. We'll super test this lineup. Fucking test 8 variables at once and get them all right. There we go.
Yeah, that's what we should do. That's when I repack my IQC here, I'm gonna pack the micro as well. I'll pack them both, and then two piston. You got a DaVinci shirt on.
Yeah, I got one of the newer ones when I was out there. My only other DaVinci shirt is the original old one with the Leonardo on the back. And so I wanted to get a little upgrade on something newer. I mean, I love the old ones, classic, nice, thick, and heavy. But
I have a DaVinci shirt.
It's a cool shirt.
Size M.
That would not fit me.
Yeah, it won't fit me either.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens.
Do I look like an M on TV? Is my camera angle all wrong? Did I do myself a disservice by optimizing so I don't look like a fat shit on the camera? This way, all of the companies send me like an M shirt. Oh, he looks like a medium.
Yeah, I don't think you look. I don't see a XXX up there.
Cool. Well, this bowl is dead. And did you pack your micro?
Not yet. I'm gonna pack both these and get going.
All right.
If I can find it, I'm going to use my what do we call this thing to scoop and load? What the fuck do we call this?
The scoop. The old head.
Okay.
The old head. I don't know if it has a official name.
Needs one, man.
It's a scoopier scoop though. It's probably the scoopiest scoop I've ever used.
Scoop-a-doo.
Scoop-a-doo. Scoop-a-loop.
Scoop-a-loop. That and the little itty-bitty tamp work real well on here. So,
dude, I love this little tamp tool. Did you get one of the long ones? Did Brian hook you up with one?
This one? Yeah.
Okay.
I shamed him into it. Poor guy. I'm sorry, Brian.
Did he give you the one he was carrying or what?
No, we went to the other room and got one. I was hanging out with a bunch of people in his living room, and we were talking about these things, and all of them had one. And I was like, "What? Everybody's got one but me?" So I said, "Brian, what the fuck?" He ran in and got me one. I was like, "What's going on?" So yeah, he's awesome, man. That was a lot of fun. It was a good time, man. He's a good host, man. It was a good room that week.
Yeah, man. Were you there when he got late night gelato?
Late night what?
Gelato from room service?
Oh yeah. That was tasty.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It's always a good time.
Shit was good. All right, so we're going to compare the Miqro, which I can tell you now, I don't know why. I mean, it's not my thing.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get an eye drop.
All right, get that eye drop, man. We're gonna compare things that I don't see a need to compare, guys. As far as I hate dogging this vape. The Miqro is honestly, it's I have no use for it. Like, I mean, it's for people who just don't vape very much. So there's a big market out there for it, man. I think it's a real smart vape to have in your lineup. But I'm like, man, it's cheapers, man. Like, it's got half the battery and less oven size, and so it's just overall, going for a lower payload and a lighter dose. And if you watch this show much, you know that that's not exactly our focus. And that's our thing, man. We got to get to where we're hitting all the fronts. And so I don't know. I'm going to give this one a good pack. I mean, I've got it pretty filled up. I'm going to overpack it a little, and kind of, yeah, that was pretty damn full. So anyhow, I got two of these bad boys, packed all two. There you go. They're both packed full. The pearls are fully recessed. The Miqro's pearl, the whole oven in the Miqro is different too, man. It's like, it's got an oval shape, and so does the pearl. So. Anywho, all I got to do is put in my ceramic mouthpiece, and we got an apples to apples going here. Then I'm going to fuck with the mouthpieces, right, Troy? We're going to swap them as we go too. So.
Yeah, I want you to do some hot swapping and figure that out.
Hot swapping. All right. So, are you ready for this? Or you're still working the eyeball, man. Sorry about that.
I was letting my IQC cool down. I want to have a cool start for both comparisons since we're doing two fist.
Right on.
But I'm reloading.
Like a good move. I can handle that. I can live with that.
How many IQs do we have in the chat? How many people have an IQ?
Yeah, or any DaVinci vape, really. How many guys have one? And if you use them, even better. But how many of you guys have one?
Yeah, DaVinci's been around for a long time. Like, so there's bound to be some people that have started with like the Ascent or the original DaVinci.
Yeah, I want to know, man. So we got Monster's got an IQ, the original, right on. He's cleaning that arse every now and then.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Who's got an original DaVinci in the chat?
And Dan's got an IQ too. Monster's got the original IQ.
I'm pretty sure James.
Rob's
James
got an
started
IQ
with
too.
The original DaVinci.
Subscribe has 2 IQs. Six String Toker's got an IQ too.
Nice.
Gavman had a Miqro and sold it. Chilled Asian had one back in 2017. Had which one, dude? Which one did you have? Hit Chilled Asian. Got a lot of DaVinci experience out here. Yeah.
So your 2017, it would have to be the Ascent or something, wouldn't it? Because when did the IQ come out? 2018?
It could have been the IQ. Yeah, it came out 17 or 18. It was one of my first champs, I think. So let's see, games a lot. No, you're doing something else. What is that, man? Crazy Horse has a Miqro. Let's see here. Right. Brian had an Ascent. Hell yeah, or an Accent. He had an Accent. You meant Ascent, though. I get you, man. All right, are you all ready? Can we turn these on?
I am. I'm ready. I'm gonna do.
Which I'm gonna do my Smart Path 3 like I always do. Or
I'm just gonna max temp both of them.
you go for it.
Maybe. Did I put the battery in?
Ooh, I forgot about the display on the Micro too, man.
Put
Micro's got like a micro display as well. And when you switch it to a temperature mode, it scrolls numbers to tell you one at a time what the fucking temperature is.
I don't like it.
Noise. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna go back to Smart Path.
That's what I'm just doing. There.
Oh, is that a 0 battery? Oh, you're doing
0.
430 right on. What color is that? That's like a. All right, now my
it's the rust.
Oh, the rust. Cool. My C's already heated up. My Micro's still getting there.
Okay, well my Micro is heating up. My Micro's at 280. My C is at 190, 240. C is catching up quick.
Yeah, I started them at the same time. I've already taken a hit off my C, and now my Micro's ready.
So 359, 384. 406. IQC is almost catching up to it. 428 right here. 430. Boom. All right. Cheers. Well, now the IQC is ready too. Cheers.
Right on. Cheers. Right away, huh?
Not bad.
Which vape is that?
The Micro. This little guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny vape. Like if you had to take a vape in the butt and the Dynavap is not an option, this is probably on the reach test.
It's definitely on the reach test. I don't have anything else up there that's going up my butt. For dampers out of the question.
Well, like the V-Leaf Go. The hippie pipe. Do
you get any noise from your... Does your C make any noise?
The mic probably won't pick it up. But yeah, there's like a little...
My C's making a little bit of noise, and I didn't notice it until now.
The Micro makes it too, but it's like it sounds like a little person's scratching a stick on a wall. Like...
Yeah.
It's like the pulse width modulator or something. It's like the modifying or the pulsing electricity to maintain the heat in the bowl, the heater.
Yeah. Something electronic. You know, the Micro doesn't hit that bad when you get to sandwich it between IQC hits.
Right. It's easy to overpower the Micro and not give it a chance to build up enough heat to pump vapor. You almost got to like neglect it in your hand a little bit.
Yeah.
The IQC, you neglect it in your hand, it warms up in your hand.
Yeah.
IQC
I mean, the hits on the
out way
C
more
are
vapor.
huge. Yeah, I'm getting 2 to 3 times on the C what I get on the Micro.
Yeah.
You're right, though. I mean, the clouds I get from this are better. Like I said, when I'm give it the break because I'm hitting something else in the interim.
Yeah, totally.
I hit the Micro back to back, and it doesn't do me much. But yeah. So sharing with somebody, then it's even worse, I guess, because then they're going to hit it right away and never gets a break. But ooh. Back-to-back conduction vapes, high temps, man, starting to feel it on my throat. You're on mute, I think.
Oh, damn it. Well, I said a bunch of important things, and you missed them all. It's good.
Damn
I
it.
feel it, though. I feel it in the throat.
Damn it. Shit, my micro just conked out. Like it's turning off. Timing out. I'm going to turn that bitch back on.
Why?
And now we're going to go to the straight up 430. Let's see how I do this. Oh, yeah, that is funky how it just scrolls all the way fucking up, and does it ever stop? Yep. Okay, so now I'm at... That's funny, man. The micro's controlled.
The micro has the
All
annoying beep, the annoying vibe. It's like really high
Yeah.
pitched. Like me.
Yeah, the C's got a little bit like a it's kind of nice. You do the micro really well, though.
What do you mean?
That was a good micro impression.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Dude, the C just fucking pumps vapor.
Right? Fuck me, man. 430 and I'm pushing clouds. Tastes like it too.
Yeah. I can feel it in my throat. Really want a frozen Mountain Dew. I was gonna go to frozen Mountain Dew 30 minutes before the show.
Yeah?
I'm like, nah, I better not. I don't think I'll have time. And then I fell asleep.
Then you really didn't have time.
Right? Right? That's what happens when body starts slapping from doing the wild thing. You know what I want to do, Jerry?
What's that?
I want to hit the IQC through a bong, which I haven't done.
I'm gonna pop them both on here.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna take turns with them on the cage here. I'll pop them in the side view.
Side view.
Yeah, so we go like this. Watch. This one doesn't. The micro doesn't mate with it. God damn it! It's not time, but this one does. See the C here?
Oh yeah, I see that. I see that.
Mm.
God. Sorry.
Cloudy. Look.
Yeah, dude. Drink that milk. Can you go in the hole?
Damn. Fucking milk that up on me.
How come I can't get this in? What's going on here, Troy?
Fucking A.
Fucking A. There we go.
Fucking A. Shit. Damn.
All right.
A lot of
IQC.
production vapes tonight. Yeah. Crushing it. You got to suck that thing, man. You got to suck on it.
Oof. Shit. Shit. Shit.
Feel it in your eyeballs again.
I still got crud in my eye.
Damn.
I blew like AB when I hit the IQC or the IQ2 dry. I ended up with a bunch of like powdery ABV in my mouth.
Yeah.
So then when you were talking, I took it all apart and I was like, I tried to blow any powdery stuff out of the bowl, out of the flavor chamber. And somehow, because I had things like open or whatever, like it somehow blew things backwards and it all went right in my eyeball.
Brutal.
Yeah, so I had the shit in my mouth and in my eye. I was dying, Jerry.
That's how you fuck things up right there.
That's how you fuck things up. Man, my nose is running. I feel a different kind of stone from this.
It happens every time, man. It's so funny.
This is
get droopy baked. You get droopy
I
baked.
get so droopy, man. Like I can feel like all my back muscles just like relax and just like I feel like I'm hunched over, just like brrr.
Yeah, man, you're leaning into it. I love it.
This is what conduction vapes do to me.
It's your second, third bowl. You've had two DaVinci. You've had two IQ. Yeah, this is the second bowl on the IQ2, right? And then the Micro. Because you had two. That's your second one on the IQC, right?
Yeah, it's my second IQC bowl, and I had a Micro bowl and a dab, and I don't feel all that high. Like I just feel like I could lay down on the driveway and take a nap if I
Yeah, man.
didn't get run over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, couch lock it up, man.
Yeah.
All right.
I know a lot of people look for this. That's not what I'm not what I'm craving most of the time.
So what do you think of the Micro? Side by side it. Now what?
To me, I struggle with it. Like for $100, it's a wonderful little value. That's fucking hot. Got hot when you don't hold this vape in your hand. The vape gets hot.
Yeah, for sure.
For my type of use, the Micro is inadequate. It doesn't vape that bowl hard enough or fast enough or enough times per battery charge to make this vape suitable for my needs. Like if I were to carry this device and try to use it, I would find myself packing multiple bowls per session, and the battery would die probably in one session. I would be hitting the vape too frequently, and it would overpower the bowl, because right now there's probably just as much heat on the outside of this vape as there is on the inside, because it's a conduction vape. So if you keep inhaling through it, the bowl of the vape has a lot of air moving through it. It's going to keep cooling that down. So it's just an overpowered or underpowered device if you're hitting it every 30 seconds. If you're only puffing on it every 50 seconds or every 60 seconds or whatever, then it tends to do okay. But it's still a device that is probably better suited for packing one bowl in it and then taking a few puffs on that bowl throughout the day. Like if you're the type of person that can pack a bowl, turn your vape on, get a couple puffs, turn your vape off, put it away, and then 3 hours, 4 hours, 10 hours later, be like, hey, I'm ready for another couple puffs. And then you pull that vape out and turn it back on and take a couple puffs and do it again. This is fine. This is fine for that. But don't expect to get 10 people stoned passing around bowls with this little guy.
Yeah, so that makes sense to me. If you're gonna pack a bowl and hit it a couple times, turn it off, come back later, hit it a couple times, turn it off, that's probably all you're gonna get out of it. You're probably done. Then it's time for a new bowl, and pretty soon a new battery. So
yeah, and those 18.
I just struggled to. I mean, I'm with you. It's obviously not for me or for any of the people that normally watch us and are hitting on big old desktops. But somebody's going to love this. And so to me, that's I'll just call them a lightweight, the person who doesn't do it very often. If you're going to pull this out 2-3 times a month, you know what I mean? And have a bowl, I think you'd probably like it. Like that would probably get you high. And it's convenient. It's easy as pie. It's kind of like I could see that, but I've never been that person ever. I understand that person, but that's the person who's probably going to like it. That being said, it's still not the most favorably reviewed. It's one of the least favorably reviewed vapes when you look at like customer reviews and stuff like that. So, because people look at this and they go, that's what I want. Look how small and how pretty, and I want a microdose. And they think microdose is potent, and they're going to get this, and this is not the kind of microdose they're looking for. or they think, "Ooh, it's going to hit like the IQ," and it doesn't, and those people are severely disappointed. So it needs to be somebody who, like you said, is expecting just a little bit of an experience, a couple hits here and there, you know, a bowl every few days, something like that. So
if it
that person will like
performed,
it.
if it performed like the IQ, or even if it performed like the PAX, I think it would be a bigger winner.
Wouldn't be $100. Because what was it, 150 in the beginning or something like that? Something like that.
I think it was 150 when it came out, or 120. Yeah. I forget. But yeah, now it's 100, right?
I think you said it was 100 on DaVinci site. I know it's 120 on Planet of the Vapes, but on DaVinci it might be 100. I'm not sure. And I think it might be because at the show, I think one of them said it was $100 too, and I'm like, oh, okay, I got to check that out. So that might be a new price change going on, which would make sense, you know, when they released this vape to kind of shake up the price points a little. They left the IQ2 up there though, so anyhow, you got that going for you.
I'm gonna cheat and hit a different vape.
All right. Well,
it's my show.
I'm going to just report that so it's not really cheating, that the ABV looks pretty much the same in both of these, and there's about twice as much in the IQC as there was in the Micro. And then I'm going to pack up the IQ2 and the IQC now, because I think that was the next one I wanted to put together while you recover from that shit right there. You got to recover from that. You got to come back from that.
You want to see the temperature I'm running, Jerry?
You're running, yeah, right on. A little lighter than standard.
Still getting massive hits though.
Right.
I
mean, I told you I turned mine way down. In fact, let's see how I'm doing now. This bowl is here for that. I was hitting it earlier. So this bowl is about half used, so it might not be that great, but I'm waiting for mine to heat soak at actually 1.5 past 3 o'clock, because I'm now going with the herborizer bowl in a lot more distance like this. So I'm trying to dial it in on this bowl now.
Oh, you're using a glass bowl now.
As of tonight, I ain't dialed it in at all, so that's getting there. Yeah, I dialed it down all the way down to the way I like it, on the stock wooden bowl, and landed way low. I couldn't believe how low I got. But basically, I was just trying to get to where there was no hot spot. And once I got to where there was no more hot spot or singeing, that's right, I stopped, and I was all the way down to 1.5 out of the gate, which is real low. But like I said, I was trying to avoid the hot spot. So I got that going for me. Yeah, that's almost there. I might turn it up a little bit more. We'll see.
It doesn't perform as intensely with the glass bowl.
You got to turn it up, right? It's not as close. I think there's a bigger gap.
Yeah.
I mean, you could load it more, but you know.
Yeah, exactly. Because when I got my first beta hit on it like a month ago or something like that, my first hit was with the old Terp Torch bowl, and I was like, oh shit, it didn't hit me as I was expecting it to hit me.
Right.
And I had traces of disappointment, and I'm like, man, this thing's gonna have to get turned up. And then like, we'll try it with this bowl, and then I was like, oh shit, it fucking slapped me, and I combusted.
Wow.
I ripped my face off.
Yeah, I've been there on your hot rod before.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So you do it to yourself too. That's great.
It happens. It does happen.
That's funny, man. That was funny, man. I like that. That was a funny little clip.
Where'd the eyedropper go?
I think also with this thing, the old head, I think there's a point at which I don't know. I'm gonna wait. I'm still playing with it and trying to figure something out. but I'm still trying to dial it in on my glass bowl. I just started. The wood one I got much lower than I thought, but I really liked it. I had it way low, and when I was done with the bowl, it was light tan. You know what I mean? It was really light, so I really like that. So anyhow, I'm just kind of using my brilliant cut here out of frame like a dipstick, and gonna pack these two vapes, man.
Are you doing IQC versus IQ2 now?
Yeah, that was next on the list, so I thought I'd go with it, man. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, why the hell not?
Yeah.
We could do that and talk about history.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because DaVinci's been around for a number of years, right?
So my shirt says since 2012.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they've been here a little bit, and that would have been with the original DaVinci.
The walkie-talkie looking mother thing, right?
Yeah, I should have one.
Little floppy. Oh, you got one of those? I need to get one of those.
I should. I've got a green one somewhere. I'll have to pull it out after I'm done packing these things. But yeah, I got a green walkie-talkie somewhere. And then that was a good vape. That was a straight up like just making a vape, right? Like what was special about that vape at the time, do you think? Was it the fact that it was electric and all in one, like no glass stems, no butane? Because remember at the time it was pretty much a riser and the Iolite were out there and the Magic Flight. Mm-hmm. So then DaVinci shows up with this DaVinci Vaporizer. Why do we care about that at the time? Again? I think it was because of that, the electric part. Where is it? I know it's right around here.
Well, the Ascent was super popular and recommended because it had amazing flavor. It was like the first that had like a glass chamber and glass vapor path and all that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that one I have right here. The Ascent I have in my hand. I got that one. This one was dope. It's twisted open, and there's a ceramic glass-lined ceramic bowl. Made it up to what's supposed to be in here is a glass screen air path that pushed all the way through to here. Again, you could do it native or pull the mouthpiece out. That's kind of standard with them. Like here, they started with the telescoping mouthpiece, and then they had the ones that you could swap out with the new ones. So a lot of their ideas have been consistent. Even the shape is consistent. I mean, if you look at this, it's basically the same shape as the Ascent. They kind of nailed this all the way back in the Ascent, and then kind of tweaked it as we go. So always had the bowl at the opposite end of the mouthpiece. The display is even kind of in the same place. So they've been on this same track for a while. It's a sexy vape too. Look at that grill. So dope.
It looks like a portable razor.
It does, doesn't it? But it's funny, man, when you compare the difference in size to the Micro. I mean, it's so much smaller than this. So
I need to get those in my collection.
They're great, man. I gotta find I can't believe I can't show you my DaVinci. So anyhow, yeah, the DaVinci, that one looked like a walkie-talkie. It was boxy, and the mouthpiece was kind of springy but cloth lined. So it really did. It looked like a walkie-talkie. It was hilarious. So
perfect for stealthiness. Like if you're out vaping and then somebody looks at you funny, you just put it to your head or start talking to it.
Totally. That's kind of neat. Almost done packing this one too. And then after that they came out with the so they went original DaVinci, then they went Ascent, and then IQ, and then I think then they went the Micro, right? Was it the Micro before the IQ2? They go
yeah.
And then here's my IQ. Here's my IQ2. And then you throw down the C. So that's missing the DaVinci over here. But these are the ones that all kind of like you can tell they're a lineage. You know what I'm saying? Like this makes sense. So anyhow.
What you should do, Jerry, is maybe not. Flip this camera upside down. Like in OBS. Like rotate at 180 degrees.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a cool
The nimble.
debowler.
Bro, this thing. Check it out. This is probably the biggest coup from Champs for me this year. Fucking signed and limited edition and numbered and wrote my name on it. I love this thing, man. Yeah. The golf tee thing is, I don't know where it is. I lost it, but it's in my luggage or unpacked somewhere. So I grabbed the one from my other one where I had several, and this is now on the desk. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, man, that's my bowler now. So
cool.
So right on, man. So anyhow, I'm gonna head to head these two puppies. We're gonna go shake weight with the IQ2 and the IQC.
Shake weight.
Yeah, because I started doing this kind of shit. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? So,
perfect. So can somebody GIF that? Can somebody make the GIF of Jerry doing the dual shake weight?
Why is this thing not turning on? We're not gonna do that.
All right. Well, I'll load another bowl. I'll vape a bowl to that. I really want a frozen Mountain Dew though. Like I've been thinking
that's
about
really
it.
got a hold on you, doesn't it, man? Like that thing mean that.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to start.
What's a frozen Mountain Dew? Is anybody near you that could bring you one? What do you think?
Mines. Are you watching Mines? Do we have a Mines in the chat?
All right, so something's wrong with that battery. I'm on and running. I want you on 3 though, Jack. No, all right, 3. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna. How can I get this to not shine on? There you go. This will be my Smart Path 3 comparison, head to head, head to head, head to head. These are beautiful vapes, man. It's fun to do.
Yep. All right.
Cheers. Who's hitting their DaVincis in the chat?
Anybody have? I know there was some DaVincis in the chat earlier, but they're actually using them. I'm looking forward to the shake weight GIF.
Yeah, that's gonna work. It's coming. I know it's coming. It's gonna be fucking great.
We'll get it.
2 versus C. 2 versus C.
Cheers, Jerry.
Cheers, man. Yeah, you're still going balls. I love it. Anybody out there hitting DaVinci with me? I want to open up this airflow. Let's see. Is it all the way up? Shoot, man. I had that on all the way closed. Makes a difference. Man, it's great. I packed them both tight. And yeah, the C's a little more open compared to this one wide open. So
really,
mm-hmm.
Do you have the plastic mouthpiece on the C, or do you have the ceramic?
I do. Should I put a ceramic in there?
It's up to you. I mean, if you can't taste the difference.
Do I have a flat ceramic over here? I don't have a flat ceramic. I do. What the fuck is this? I got stuff. Nah. I'm just gonna stick with this. Yeah. So I'm going like, nah. I'm gonna call it like out of the box versus. Fuck tweaked versus.
Okay. I trust it's the same strain and the same temp and all that.
Mm-hmm. That's good. My IQ2 might be a little bit smoother. You know what I mean? Like the C might be a little rougher on the back of the throat, but just a little bit back and forth. The difference being the mouthpiece and everything else that goes with it. But I mean, I'm using all stock parts here is what I'm saying, not tweaking it. It's hard to say that though, because when you go back and forth, each hit is harsher than the next. So you really got to kind of do it several times to see if it really is. Like if there's a step up and then a step down.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome though, man. They're baking me. I digs it. I can feel it right here in my temples.
Yeah, I can see it in your temples. That's what she said.
They're bulging the fuck out. Hulking out on my temples.
So veiny. Ah, shit, Jerry. I need to go to Frozen Mountain Dew.
Right? You do, man.
It's
You need to
time.
get that shit rolling.
It's time. You want to meet up in the Discord? You want to have Discord after party tonight, or do you want to, go do other shit?
I'll probably do the usual check in and see how things are going.
Yeah.
And depending on how tired I am. But
the DaVincis are gonna make you sleep.
They are, maybe. I don't know, man. Yep. If they do, I'm saved, because the only thing that's put me to sleep these days is 1.5 grams through the fucking verdamper. Can't do that all the time for long.
Have you tried writing as a means of making yourself sleep?
Writing?
Yeah. Like at the end of the night, write down your thoughts. Like write down all the things that are in your head. Like write a page on a piece of paper. Just write down just the first thing that comes to your head, and write down all of like the shit that's bouncing around in your head.
No, that's an interesting idea.
It really helps me when I'm suffering from that like late night insomnia. I find that even if it's just at like a scheduled time at like 11 o'clock or midnight, if I pull out my journal, which is normally right here, no, it's right here. Pull out my journal and write a page in it. It'll often turn into a quick checklist. Like I'll have some thoughts on today, and then more thoughts on tomorrow, with like a checklist of things that will be for tomorrow. And then when I'm done with that list, it's all on the paper. And I find that my mind is a lot more calm in the night hours because I left it on that page. And now I can go to bed without having to worry about it or subconsciously think about tomorrow or what's going on now. Like I put it down on the paper. You know what I mean?
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I might try that.
Yeah, try it. And then if you want to do it the full way, the way that it's intended, do it first thing in the morning as well. So when you wake up, grab your journal and write down all the shit that's in your head and what you have planned for the day and whatever. It quickly, very quickly, Jerry, becomes a way for you to force self-reflection on your day, and it builds a relationship between your thoughts and your actions.
Damn, I like that. That sounds like a good plan. All right,
Yeah.
I'll think about that.
Don't think about it. Write it down in your journal. That's the whole thing. Like it's owning your
thoughts. If I catch myself thinking about it while I'm laying in bed, then I'll start doing it. Yeah. When that thought comes up, there you go. I'm done.
Should have wrote that down.
Damn, these things are great, man. Okay, so I got a bunch of other things here that we could talk about as alternatives to $230 spent on a vaporizer.
Okay.
Like the IQC is $230, and that still ain't cheap in the world of vaporizers. You know what I mean?
No.
Like it's upper middle class, something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's above $200. Like, I mean, you can get some good fucking vapes for under $100. So to go over 200, you need to bring something. You know what I mean? So that's some money.
Yeah, it's true.
So I wagged out some things here. Not much was the exact same price. 230 is kind of like a price that nobody seems to really mess with. So some of them are close, some are a little over, some of them are combos. Like for instance, you could get a $60 2020M and an Extreme Q, and maybe go like $5 over budget, but it's in the ballpark.
How much is in an EQ nowadays?
Like 165. And this is 60, so we're talking 225. Actually, this is $5 less. This is $5 less than an IQC right here.
Wow.
So, then the Firefly is $20 more. The Firefly 2 Plus, but it's in that range. This is a competitor, a direct competitor. It's a totally different heating style, totally different style of vape. If you want to spend this kind of money on a vape and get, these are both top shelf for what they do. I think. I mean. The Firefly has been out for a while as a full convection vape, and it tastes great. I love the vapor on it. It's a pain in the ass to use. This is a top line conduction vape. I don't like the vapor as much, but it's so easy and it gets me stoned. So I mean, it's kind of like a different experience and a different kind of person. But they're in the ballpark. That's a onesie kind of thing there. What do you think of these two, Troy, head to head?
Yeah, it's interesting that they're the same price and one is like
they're not. One's the Firefly is $20 more.
Oh, okay,
but they're close.
So the Firefly is $250.
Yeah.
So the IQ2 though is $295. So the IQ2 is more than the Firefly 2 Plus.
Correct.
I've used my IQ and my IQ2 independently, both more than the Firefly 2 or the Firefly 2 Plus.
I agree. Reach test. That's the bottom line, right?
Yeah. And on paper, the Firefly 2 and the Firefly 2 Plus are wonderful.
Yeah.
They taste great, pure convection, good materials, easy to clean, removable battery. You know, on paper, it checks all the fucking boxes.
Yep.
But in use, you open it up and you breathe out of your nose too hard and it blows your weed away.
Mm-hmm.
The breeze blows and it blows your weed out of your bowl. You know, it has challenges that make it not the perfect vape for me and a lot of other people. I don't reach for it. I want to reach for it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. All right. How about this? 230 for an IQC versus 200 for a top shelf brick. $30 less for a top shelf brick.
Fuck yeah, all day.
All right.
I would even go optimize the brick level and hit up a runt rather than getting the desktop brick. Get a runt or a junior because they're portable, and then pick up a Dynavap, go back to the 2 vape, straddle it. You know, for $230, a runt is what, 140.
Yeah, I just looked it up. You could get a runt and a 1 for $10 more than you would pay for an IQC.
There you go.
$10 more for the 2. That's what I'm saying is there's some real. I mean, when I start comparing vapes like Dynavap and the 1 come up a lot when I want to go look what else you could get because they're so good and so cheap, you know. And those two kind of fuck things up a lot. So, all right, how about this one, Troy? How about this? The PAX 3 is $50 less. Unless you get the complete kit, at which point it's $20 more. All right. Remember, you got the concentrate lid and the half pack lid and all that shit. So it's $20 more to get the full kit with a PAX 3. Or are you going to go strip down PAX 3 and save $30? Or are you going to say, fuck it, I'd rather have the C over all of them?
That's a good question. That's a tough one. What about the C with the black zirconia mouthpiece added? Does that?
Yeah, you said those are like $10, right? So now you're still that only brings you to 240 here. You're still $10 less than the complete kit on a PAX 3.
I would go IQC over PAX.
3 complete kit.
Yeah,
with
the complete
okay.
kit, the concentrate thing is not worth it, in my opinion.
You're not going to grab that much, right?
Yeah,
Right.
like I feel like the people that are gonna utilize that concentrate container, that concentrate adapter for what it is very small. There's so many better ways to use your concentrates.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's not a good buy. I don't use concentrates with the IQ either. If I do, I put them directly with the herb instead of with the concentrate container. These devices don't get that hot. They only go to 430. So you're not going to completely vaporize your concentrates, and if they do vanish from your vape, they're probably in the form of reclaim, either in the vapor path or in your mouth or in your lungs.
Those are good points. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I would probably pick the IQC over either one of the PAX 3 versions. So those are good points, Troy.
Yeah.
230 for the IQC versus 200 for your Terra.
If you intend to carry it, like if you want to put the vape in your pocket and walk around in vape bowls, probably the IQC. If you're vaping at home, in front of your TV, in your office, on the couch, or if you're hooking that vape up to a bong and you want to pull fat rips, the Terra. They're both are really good vapes. Asterisk. The Terra isn't quite the same league of build quality and materials as the IQ. The IQ is fucking metal. It's got a metal body. Like you can murder somebody. If you put the IQC in a sock and swing it around, you will fucking murder people. You probably do the same thing with the Terra, but that Terra is also plastic and metal. So the Terra is gonna not hold up quite as long. The Terra does have a 3-year warranty though. So they stand behind it. But the way the water pipe adapter fits into the Terra tends to be troublesome. You have to be kind of careful when you're popping that out. Like some people crank on it, and it messes up with the Terra over time. That's a good call.
Yeah, I personally, I get the Terra, but I don't love the Terra. So I like the IQC better all day long. I'd spend the extra 30 and get this. You're right. The build quality is a lot better. They're both good self-defense weapons, but the Terra for me is unusable with this mouthpiece. So I have to use it on water, and I'm playing with a portable vape here. So I want to get the IQC, I think. So, okay. Let's see. How about, I got a couple more here for you, buddy. Totally different, but $200 gets you an e-nano.
Yeah.
$200 gets you an e-nano.
It's a fun buy.
Totally different. Portable versus home.
Yeah, you can't take it on the go without buying a battery pack and doing all that.
Yeah.
Voodoo wizardry.
Yeah. But people should know if you don't need a portable, all you know about is portables. There are desktops that you can save money on. The Extreme Q I showed is $165. This is $200, and it's better vapor, I think, in both cases. I mean, these desktops are great. So,
yeah.
All right, now I'm going to show you a couple of Troy that I think really fuck things up.
Okay, I'm excited now. I'm excited.
All right, we got the M obviously at $75, and the 2020 M at 60. You can get the 2020 M for $60 on Dynavap or other retailers, and the regular for 75. Both of these can be paired with these other vapes I'm going to show you, and now it's a 2-for-1. And I think these vapes make a statement even on their own without being paired. about the Argo versus the IQC?
Oh shit! Fuck.
This thing is $145.
What? It's only 145 bucks
Argo,
now.
it's $145. The Solo and the Air have been discontinued. If you can get them and you need one and you want them, you better get them now if there's any out there. We're already out of them at Planet of the Vapes for the Solo, but there's still some Airs. And so now we're going with the Air 2, Solo 2, and Argo 2, and the Argo, and the Argo's 145.
You're dropping this news to me in front of 147 million people.
That's all that are watching?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought we had them all out here. Shit. Yeah, I guess I should have waited then. I was looking for all of them. But it's out there. I mean, they're out of stock. I mean, you can't get them. And they're just kind of slow boating that out. So what do you think? Argo or IQC? 145.
145
versus 230. And I think it's a tough question even in a toss-up price.
How much is the 4-stem or 5-stem wallet for the Argo?
I don't know. Where do you get that? Is that on a Riser site, or is that some third-party thing?
I know Riser sells it. You Planet of the Vapes doesn't carry it?
No, if that's available, I want to get it then.
Oh.
I don't know how much that costs. It's probably $30-40, don't you think, at least?
I don't know. But I liked carrying the Argo. Like I liked carrying an extra stem in the little tube in my shirt pocket.
Yeah.
And the Argo is fun to carry. It's fun to vape with. That's a tough call, man.
Well, that's where it's a problem, because then you come in and you go, what about an Argo and an M versus the IQC?
Because you can get an Argo and an M for the same price as an IQC.
You can get an Argo and a brand like the new M for $10 less than an IQC.
Yeah, I'd probably do that over an IQC, honestly. And I like my IQ, but yeah, that's a better value. It's a way better value. Two very different vapes.
Yeah. The one at $100 can be paired with a lot of stuff that becomes tempting. How much is the Runt? I mean, the Rogue. How much is the Rogue again? Is it like 150?
159, I think.
160 then? So again, 160 paired with either one of these M's versus the IQC.
Yeah.
What do you think? You know what I mean?
Totally. I would the Rogue and a Vap Cap is a killer combo.
Right.
Yeah, that's hard. That's a good point. So the Rogue is 160, and then you add a Vap Cap M for what, 70? 60.
The 60 or 75, but it depends on which one you get.
Okay. So that
either way, you're within $5 or $10 on either side of it.
The two vape value of the Rogue and a Vap Cap does create a pretty significant bar. You know, like if you could buy these vapes in a bundle, it would really fuck up the market.
Right? That's what I'm talking about. So those are the things I thought of, or straight up Omni, brand new Omni versus IQC. You save $10 on this one. You get a lighter with it. You get an Omni and a lighter for the same price as an IQC.
You know, what's funny about starting with an Omni is, to me, like I can't imagine myself diving in and going straight to an Omni, even now that I have multiple Omnis and I love them. I literally reach for them. Like if I'm gonna vape on a Vap Cap, I want it to be the Omni. You know, that's just the way it is. They're the Cadillacs. They're the Cadillacs. But when I put myself into new consumer brain mode, and I look at the prices and the value differences and the performance differences, I can't imagine myself blindly buying an Omni. And I talk to so many people that blindly buy Omnis, or they'll blindly buy the Simrel Vortex without ever trying Dynavap. They'll watch the videos. They'll make their visual comparisons by doing the research, and they're committed before they. Well, they don't need to dip their toes in the water. They're like, I know I want that Omni, or I want the Simrel Vortex to be my first vape, and people do that, and they're fucking happy with it, and I'm thrilled with that. I can't imagine it though.
Well, the M's are such a good deal. You know what I mean? It's like
Exactly.
And they're so close in performance, and even now they both look so good. Like I always thought this 2021 was getting ridiculously close to an Omni to begin with. So, what the fuck? You know,
That's probably why they had to make the new Omni so much slaptasticer. Like they had to really step up the Omniness. The Omniness.
Omniness. Well, that's all the comparisons I had to break out.
That was good, Jerry. Thank you for doing that. That was really helpful. Those were good comparisons.
Yeah, thanks for your input, man. You crushed them. Kind of going.
How's your Ember mug treating you?
It's actually on this time, so pretty good. I think it's back to working as intended. I'm not sure why it is, but yeah, it's on and red. What does red mean when it's on?
I think it means that the battery's low and you should charge it.
That makes sense because it was on the kitchen counter the whole time I was gone. So it's not gonna. It's probably dead. Dead as a doornail.
I keep my charger here on my desk. I try to keep the mug on the charger at all times.
Yeah.
This is only $20. $20.
That's crazy, right?
And it's
got down the house with this thing.
It's got a lock on top, so you can lock the flame off, and it's got adjustable flame on the other side, so you can turn it up or down to a little flame.
You can lock it in place and then adjust it, get it whatever you want there.
Oh, and you can lock the flame on too.
Yeah, and adjust it. So now you can, while it's on, turn it up and down, all that shit.
That's cool. That's cool. I didn't realize you could lock it on. I thought the lock was just to lock it like off for like traveling.
Anyhow, that's what I do.
Appreciate the sound effects, Jerry. That was fun.
Yeah, man. Something like that.
Holy shit, I'm fucking stoned and I need a frozen Mountain Dew.
Dude, you need a frozen Mountain Dew. You've been talking about that damn thing. I got to get you one of those, man.
I got to get one of those machines. Actually, no, I probably shouldn't get one of the machines. It's probably not good for my health.
No, you don't want to have that kind of access to that shit.
Right? Once a week is enough.
There's got to be some kind of a buffer.
Once a week is enough.
That's awesome.
All right, Jerry. I'm going to call it. I'm going to go get a frozen Mountain Dew and then, pop into the Discord and sesh after a while tonight.
Yeah, man. I hope so, man. I'll check in what's up here and see what's happening because I'm not quite tired yet. I'm not quite ready for sleep.
Yeah, and I won't be either after I get a frozen Mountain Dew.
You crack me up with that shit. Let's get the boy the dew. Do the dew.
We'll see you in the 420 Vape Zone Discord.
Yeah,
everyone else is welcome to join as well. Pop in the sesh. I'm not sure if the Discord or people were saying on that YouTube is like auto blocking the word Discord in the chat.
Really?
But I see
it right there.
Yeah, I see Chill Mike using it. I haven't seen the URL though. Is the 420vapezone.com/Discord is how you get there if you need to get there. If you're not in there.
There you go. Get there.
Get there. Get some. Go again. All right, Jerry.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
Good session with you tonight.
See you guys. Thanks. Yeah, great session. Thanks for the
chat. See you next Friday.
Yeah, bye.
Peace.